All right, so settling back where you're sitting. Let's come back to the breath. We've had a lot of conversation, a lot of information, and we don't need to be running that down right now. So let's just take some time to settle back into the breath. You can start by just noticing the breath as it moves in and out of your body. Just notice it as a wave, or without having to shift or change anything, allow it to be as it is. And as you breathe, just imagine that you have a balloon in your abdomen. As you're breathing in, you're just blowing it up and allowing it to expand up through your solar plexus, up through your chest, up through your shoulders, through your head. And then as you're just exhaling and relaxing down. So you don't need to force it, just imagine that that's what's happening. So your breath may deepen a little, but we're not pushing it, we're just allowing it to expand. And ensuring that your spine is straight yet supple if you can. If your knees can be lower than your hips, that would be great too. Just adjusting your posture if you need to. And just allowing the breath to expand. Let it expand all around you, 360 degrees. And you can imagine that you're allowing the breath to come in through every single pore of your skin, so that every pore is breathing, bringing energy and oxygen right into the body. And notice the impact on your physical body as you do this. Now bring your attention to any places in your body where you might be experiencing tension. You can just cast your inner gaze around to any place where there might be a sense of tension. And tension arrives in different levels. It can be overt or it can be subtle. So just notice where you might be experiencing it. And then when you've found a place of focus, just hold your gaze there. As you hold your gaze there, just notice the quality of the tension. Maybe it's something that's been there for a long time. Maybe it's just relatively new on the horizon. Just notice it. Notice any emotional response that you have to this space, this place. And then notice what's happening at the level of the mind. Notice if there's any talk going on in your mind. And if there's any image or words associated with this tension, just notice them too. So much of our attention, I said, has been held at the body in an unconscious way, coming from very earlier through very subtle means into our being. So sometimes it's good to be able to name that, to bring it to a different level of consciousness. Once we name it, it has less the capacity to reside unconsciously. So if that's there for you, you can name it. If not, just allow it to be as it is. And just as you did with your breath, let's make space for this. Let's allow it to expand. Just expand around it, making space for it to be as it is. We're not trying to change it. Often, tension and long held thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes exist in a very tight space. Doesn't get to see the light of day or feel the wind on its face. Just allow that to open up again, just by focusing on that, expanding it out so you can see it a lot more clearly too. Keep noticing your experience. We're recognizing our experience. We're recognizing what we do or how we respond to our behavior. And we're accepting it. We're allowing it to be as it is. Allowing it. We're acknowledging it. And you may get some inner standing and inner understanding of what's there, or how it's there, or even why it's there. You may not. If you do, just file it away. And then as you gaze into that place of inner understanding, you might find the root or the center, the core of what your experience has been. Just notice. And again, if the mind is becoming too active, just set it off and just allow yourself to observe that there is a core, there is a root. Again, no judgment. And if you wish, you can pull that root up, or you can take that core piece, and you can place it somewhere. Or you can send it off, you can give it to somebody or something. You can send it off, or if you want, you can just place it somewhere for the moment. Place it with a sense of compassion and kindness. You pull it up gently and place it with compassion and kindness. Release it if you wish with compassion and kindness. And if it's not ready to be released, then find a space for it, compassionate space. And just hold that kindness and compassion. And as you hold compassion for that peace, bring into that space any others who've been impacted by that also. So just bring them into this space of compassion that you are expanding and allowing. And keep noticing your experience. And still gently holding compassion. Compassion for self, compassion for others, compassion for all that is. Just keep allowing the compassion. And if there's any dust or bits and pieces left over from your experience, just take a deep breath in. And as you blow it out, allow those bits and pieces to move off into the universe, turning into golden sparkles as they move out. Allow it to clean out your space, clear out your mind, clear out your emotions, clear out the body. And then allowing your energy field to be infused with gold and white light. Radiating from divine consciousness, the central sun, allow it to move through into your energy field, through your energy centers, through the physical body, through your emotional body, through the mind, right through your entire energy system, out through your energy field. Just drinking in this golden white light right into your very marrow of your bones, taking it into every nanoparticle of your being. And notice your experience. And letting your heart fill up. And noticing that this flow of energy is available to you at any time. And that when you feel disconnected from it, it's not because it's not available. It's just simply that there's something blocking it. That when you bring your intention and your attention to this block, the willingness to expand and open it up, that this can happen. And placing your hand on your heart. And recognizing the beauty that resides within your heart. Then allowing for appreciation to move through you. Appreciation for who you are, all that you are. Appreciating all of it. Embracing all of it. And imagining that that little bird with the fluttering heart has come back to something bigger, more expansive, still free, but with more courage. Taking a deep breath in, exhale, let it go. And taking a moment to rotate your shoulders, just keeping your eyes closed. Rotate your shoulders. Moving your hips. Stretching your spine. Open your eyes and moving freely in the space where you're sitting.